Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly. In the Miller Time segment tonight, we continue our analysis of the presidential candidates going on soft venues. Last night, Dave Letterman asked President Obama about the exploding national debt.
Now, do you remember what that number was? Was it 10 trillion? Was it that?
I don't remember what the number was precisely.
Right. But see, now, if this is me and I got the credit card guy calling me every day, I start to get scared. I mean, as Americans, should we be scared that we owe that kind of money?
We don't have to worry about it short term. Right now, interest rates are low because people still consider the United States the safest and greatest country on earth, rightfully so. But it is a problem long term.
Joining us now to analyze, the sage of Southern California, Dennis Miller, is in Santa Barbara this evening. And you say about that appearance last night?
Well, I didn't watch Letterman. I watched Leno. Jay had Neville Chamberlain on, so I went over there and watched that.
Was it the ghost of Mr. Chamberlain, or is it just a clip compilation?
It was like Weekend at Neville's. They just wheeled him out on a gurney. And I thought I'd go with the original form rather than the latest permutation. Listen, Barack Obama's a great talk show host. I think he and Megan Fox are the two best out there. And I think if he loses on November 6th, Letterman and he are great together. He ought to bring him on there and make him his sidekick. Maybe he could be like Barry Bud Melman or something. But all I know is this. As far as the presidency goes, it ain't good right now. And if you're asking me if things like this have an impact on me, I've gone way past my fail-safe point on this election. Not only am I not undecided, I'm over-decided. I think the country looks like crap right now, and I can't wait till November 6th here to get it on, figure out which way we're going. Because anybody who looks at what's going on right now and a president saying he believes in redistribution and just doesn't get it, I don't know what to tell them.
Well, I don't either, because if you look at this, the facts, as I said in the talking points memo tonight, the people who are supporting President Obama are doing so again on hope. Well, we hope all of this government spending is going to turn around, and we hope social justice will be imposed, you know, because there really isn't anything after 3.5, well, almost 4 years now, really isn't anything other than getting bin Laden and wiping out Al-Qaeda with drones. Okay, that, and, you know, he saved the car industry to some extent, although Bush was partially responsible for that as well. But there's not a lot over a 4-year period that you can say, this is what I've done. Congress is fractured. They're not getting anything done there. So what is it about the American people that has changed in the last 20 years where so many people don't care about performance anymore?
I think he's a genial guy. I think he's of our generation, and he's a good speaker. But you know what? If Romney becomes president, he should establish a new cabinet post. Make this man Secretary of Speech, because he's a crap president.
All right, so it's all smoke and mirrors, and he is very good. He sits there on Letterman last night, and he doesn't say anything. He says nothing. All right, for all the two segments, not one thing did he say. He didn't advance.
He said one thing.
What?
He said he wasn't sure what the deficit was.
Right, he didn't know when he came in. But he said nothing, but he looked so confident and credible in saying nothing. We have another clip. It's about the president and the Muslim world. Go.
The message we have to send, I think, to the Muslim world is that we expect you to work with us to keep our people safe. And as offensive as this video was, and obviously we've denounced it, and the United States government had nothing to do with it, that's never an excuse for violence.
All right, again, see, he doesn't say a word. That is so
Billy,
what?
if you're going to take the high ground in the war on terrorism, you're going to end up having a great seat to witness your own demise. He's got to send a message to the Muslim world. He's also got to send a message to this country that we're not going to frog walk idiots in El Cerritos out their front door and take pictures of them on demand like we're Pavlov's dog from the Muslim world. That guy's a cretin, for God's sakes. Forget him. But you know something? We've got to lay a bigger marker down over in that part of the world. This is what happens when you're deemed to be the weak horse. I think we're deemed to be the riderless horse in that part of the world right now. We've got to send a message. And, you know, know, I think the only thing we're sending right now is Ben Bernanke with QE3 and the additional pump of the Fed has so devalued our dollar now that the $2 billion we send to Egypt is a big slap in the face. That's about all
right,
we've
not worth
done
anything
to send
anymore.
them a message. Yeah, that's how we're getting
interestingly
back
enough,
at
the Obama administration has stopped paying Egypt, and that's what the president should have said on Letterman. Hey, listen, those guys did this. Here's what we're doing. They're not seeing any cash for a while. But he just never does it, and whatever.
Well, go a step further. Stop paying Peter and pay Saul. Push it all into Israel's corner. So every time one of you guys screw up, not only are we cutting the check off to you, we're sending it over to Netanyahu. Now stop it. That'll get their attention.
We got about 90 seconds. What about the undercover Romney video where he described the 47% as being slackers?
Billy, I think this week we cut through all the chafe, as they say. We know where it stands right now. We'll have to see if it's probably 47-47. We'll see where that last 6 falls down on this. I look at the country around me. If I was Mitt Romney, I would run that piece of tape that I just had at that private fundraiser. I'd run that, and then I'd run Barack Obama's piece of tape saying that he believes in redistribution. And then if I was Romney, I'd step out and I'd go, "That's all I can do is tell you I'm Mitt Romney and I approved this message." I think a lot of people are worried that we're starting to skew over into a place where more people are not going for it than going for it. That is dangerous. I look at the Occupy movement, I see trouble down the road. Barack Obama looks at the Tea Party movement, he sees trouble down the road. We just disagree on it. I've never seen it uglier than it is right now. He's at the helm, and he's got to take some blame, for God's sakes. Come on, you're the president. It's ugly. You're part of that.
All right, Dennis Miller, everybody. We'll hose him down right after the commercial.